Effort to address homelessness in Spokane. The city has opened several small shelters in neighborhoods all across town.
Yeah, it's a move that's led to pushback from people living in some of those areas. As the city continues to open these shelters, it does have a plan to address some of these neighbors' concerns. Madeline Mullins has the story.
When a homeless shelter moved into the Morning Star Baptist Church, it was a surprise to neighbors.
The shelter just popped up out of nowhere. There was no warning. There was no, let's talk to the community, the people down around us. None of that.
Since then, Gary Bright says there's been one meeting between neighbors and the shelter provider, but he says the shelter continues to be a problem.
EMT gets called out a lot. Fire trucks are here a lot. The police are here a lot. There's other things that end up being taken or stolen from the side of the house that should have been perfectly fine and safe. I'm for places like this. I'm not for how they're doing it. They need to do a better job.
A newly approved measure hopes to make it easier for neighbors like Bright to get those problems addressed. Right now, these shelters must enter into a Good Neighbor Agreement, a contract that lays out how issues that arise will be addressed. But it only involved the shelter provider and representatives with the city. Now, it will give the neighborhood council more of a voice.
Have a representative that is part of really the table that is working through the Good Neighbor Agreement, making sure they are a point of contact if there are concerns that come up from the neighborhood.
This measure also changes how encampments near shelters are addressed. And that's a change that neighbors who live near shelters that are already up and running want to see happen.
Make sure that there is expedited outreach if there is conduct outside a shelter, and so that would now be a higher priority through the Good Neighbor Agreement.
It would make it so that I can sit out my front porch and not worry about what's going on in that camper.
In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.